It's him.
Welcome back. A Mobile-born rapper who's been in and out of trouble over the past several years, now in federal custody on a gun charge. Nashawn Jones, who performs under the name HoneyKomb Brazy, is one of 3 people arrested during a traffic stop earlier this month. Fox 10's Brendan Kirby is live at the Breaking News Center with more on this. Brendan, all of this starting at the W.K. Wilson Bridge on Interstate 65.
Yeah, that's right, Lee. It was December 18th. The Mobile County Sheriff's deputy noticed that the sport utility vehicle had tinted windows and pulled it over at exit 22 on I-65 in Crayola. Court records filed last week indicate that law enforcement officers found guns and drugs. An affidavit filed by an FBI task force officer says a sheriff's deputy noticed a 2022 Cadillac Escalade was in the passing lane for too long on Interstate 65 and had tinted windows. The driver was listed as 31-year-old Mobile resident Mason Fuller. Court documents say he was wearing a soft body armor labeled enforcement and had a bulletproof vest inside the vehicle. The passengers were identified as Nashawn Jones, who is known by HoneyKomb Brazy, and a 39-year-old Houston man named Miguel Hall. According to the affidavit, deputies found a Gerson 9mm pistol near where Fuller was sitting and a Smith & Wesson AR pistol under the third-row seat near where Jones and Hall were sitting. All 3 were prohibited by law from having guns, Fuller because of a protection from abuse order signed by a judge in Georgia, and the other 2 because of prior felony convictions. The affidavit also alleges that deputies found a partially smoked marijuana cigarette in the ashtray and a liquid medicine bottle that investigators believe may have been a syrupy narcotic drink known as lean. Jones has put out a number of rap music videos depicting guns and violent lyrics. He's been arrested several times, most recently in November on a charge that he exposed himself to a corrections officer at Mobile County Metro Jail in October 2021. Mobile County District Judge Spiro Chariagatis dismissed that charge on December 13th after the victim indicated that she didn't want to move forward. That was just 5 days before the traffic stop on Interstate 65. Jones has experienced the criminal justice system from the other side as well. Investigators say Jones's grandparents were killed in a drive-by shooting and fire in 2022. Investigators believe the killing was revenge against one of Jones's associates. The first murder trial in that shooting is scheduled for May. Jones and his co-defendants in the latest gun case, meanwhile, will appear in U.S. District Court. A date hasn't yet been set. Reporting live from the News Center, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.
HoneyKomb Brazy is in federal detention right now in Mobile, Alabama, because it sounded like he was set up on some "we really want this man, we really want to put him away" type stuff. Listen, when you do as much as HoneyKomb Brazy has done, you got a violent history. It's people that's allegedly died at the hands of you, and there's people that's dying because of you. You beefing with kingpins in the city. You be getting in trouble since you were 10 years old in this city, causing ruckus. You done been in jail and prison half of your life. It's a message that the police are trying to send. We're not going for stuff that HoneyKomb Brazy promotes, and I kind of get it. It's not that I agree with it, because people can change, but that's what come with the territory. Now, allegedly, he had security, 2 security guards that are allegedly both felons. At least one of them may not be a felon, but in Georgia, he had to surrender his firearms. He was not supposed to be in possession of any firearms, and he did not allegedly disclose this to HoneyKomb Brazy. Now, mind you, he's already worked security before, so when they did the background check, they felt no need when they hired him again to do another one. That's the first mistake. Now, I can't speak on the second guy. He's supposed to be security. Ain't nobody speaking on that. Allegedly, they found lean, which obviously has to go to the actual center and get tested. So we're going to say that he's innocent until proven guilty. And they also found a weed blunt. Now, we've seen that his sister has something to say about the manager. She's saying, hey, this manager, he's the one that's responsible for hiring these security guards. For whatever reason, these guys is felons and they were hired. How is this HoneyKomb Brazy's fault? And I understand that. But I also understand what the manager said. The manager speaks out and says, hey, I hired these dudes before. They weren't fellas. They did not disclose that they were arrested. Well, one of them were arrested. See, nobody's speaking on the second. This is what I have a little bit of confusion about. Now, they are arrested and the case has been picked up by the feds. So when the feds come in town, you know it's serious. Now, what I will say about HoneyKomb Brazy is that I think that it's enough blame to be put around, but there is actual responsibility that needs to be taken on HoneyKomb Brazy's part. He knows how the police operate in Mobile. He knows that he's gotten away with a lot of things and he's able to see the light. He knows that them people want him. He knows them people want him in jail. So my whole thing is, why give him a reason to? Why give him a reason to take you to jail again? See, nobody's explaining, yo, why did I have weed? Why did he have lean in the car? You had to know that was in the car. You might have thought that those was your security, but they saying that allegedly you weren't supposed to be around guns, period. So that would negate the whole fact and everything. Like, it doesn't matter who was security, what their background record is. Why are you in possession of a gun in the first place? Why is anybody in possession of a gun around you? On top of that, there's drugs in the car. On top of that, you came out on the bullshit. You didn't just lay low. Yeah, and when I'm looking at HoneyKomb Brazy's history, I'm looking at his interviews, it looks like he's one of those people, kind of like Rollo, who just got a habit of talking too much, talking too freely. Now, I don't know if this because HoneyKomb Brazy, maybe he's uneducated. I know he dropped out in the 8th grade. Could be that. He been getting arrested since he was 10 years old, 13 years old, 16 years old. By 16 years old, he already did 3 years in jail. I understand. He was failed by his community. He was raised by his grandparents, raised by his aunt. His mom and dad both in and out of jail. His dad, a life sentence. Hell, he shared his cell with his own father at one point. So what I will say is, there's a lot of personal responsibility around, but at this point, you 28 years old. You're a grown man, HoneyKomb Brazy. Accountability is key. You know the right from wrong. You get out. You on FaceTime every 5 minutes. Not FaceTime. You're on Instagram Live every 5 minutes. You beefing with people in the city. You beefing with people outside of the city. Yeah, you can give back. You can do things, but your actions is what's going to tell the law all they need to know. And you came out on the same stuff. And you came out on the same stuff before that. And you came out on the same stuff before that. And you came out on the same stuff before that. So what I will say is that HoneyKomb Brazy, I hope that there's a way that you can get out of this case. But if you're going to move the same, then it's a waste of time. I think that you need to get out, focus on your career. You had 5 videos trending in the top 20 on YouTube when you got locked up. Do you want this money or not? You want a good reputation for being a street nigga, or do you want to have money to provide for your family? Which one is it? Yeah, maybe some of this was unfortunate, but it don't explain for the drugs. It don't explain for the other person that was a convicted felon in the car. I don't hear nobody talking about that. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. Is this HoneyKomb Brazy? Is he at fault? Is he innocent? Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. And we out, baby. Boom!
Just LaFleur.
It's him.